everyone and welcome to my channel Fluff to Buff, and today we're going to be talking about weight loss. If you want to lose weight, then there is one rule that you need to follow. The rule which your body follows, and that is calories in versus calories out. In other words, it is the amount of food that you eat compared to the amount of food that your body actually needs and uses. Any excess calories which you have taken in and are not used by your body will be stored as glycogen or fat. So if your daily caloric intake requirement is 2000 calories for that day and you actually take in 3000 calories, you will gain weight. Those excess calories will be stored in your body as fat or muscle. However, if you are not working out or doing any forms of strength training, then most of those calories will be stored as fat. First, let's talk about calories in. So basically there's only one way to get calories into your body, and that is determined by the food you eat and drink. Now for calories out, this is where it gets interesting. There are two ways in which calories go out of your body. There are two ways in which your body uses and metabolizes the food which you have eaten. So first of all, as we all know, our bodies need energy to function, and we get that energy from food. Even at rest, your body will go through thousands of calories. Most of the calories used by your body are just there to maintain vital functions, keeping you alive basically. This is known as basal metabolic rate, or BMR. So I've got the definition up over here. Basal metabolic rate is the amount of energy expressed in calories that a person needs to keep the body functioning at rest. Some of these processes are breathing, blood circulation, controlling body temperature, cell growth, brain and nerve function, and the contraction of muscles. BMR affects the rate that a person burns calories and ultimately whether that individual maintains, gains or loses weight. The basal metabolic rate accounts for approximately 60 to 75% of the daily caloric expenditure by individuals. So basically your BMR determines the amount of calories that will be needed just to keep you alive if all you did was lie in bed the whole day. So that is the main way in which your body utilizes calories. The other, more obvious way in which your body uses up calories is through any kind of activity that you do. Whether it be running up the stairs, walking, jogging, lifting weights, swimming, playing tennis. So all of these activities are a way in which calories go out of your body. So how does all of this apply to weight loss or weight gain even? And it's the same concept the other way around. If your caloric intake is greater than your caloric expenditure, you will gain weight. As long as your caloric intake is less than your caloric expenditure, you will lose weight. And it's the same concept the other way around. As long as your caloric intake is greater than your caloric expenditure, you will gain weight. So now that we know the significance of calories in versus calories out, time to address the actual problem. So if you are an overweight individual, eating less, so that is taking in less calories, is much easier than eating at the same rate, eating the same amount of food that you did before and trying to burn off the excess calories. So what I'm trying to say is that it is really easy to quickly eat a Snickers bar which has 250 calories compared to actually trying to jog for 30 to 45 minutes to burn off those 250 calories. Or it is really easy to just have a plate of fries which has upwards of 300 calories than trying to burn those 300 calories by doing physical activity. A regular cup of McDonald's McFlurry ice cream has over 550 calories. Now that will take a really long time to burn off. The point is, especially for overweight individuals, that it is really easy to gobble up food worth thousands of calories than it is to trying to exercise and burn off those calories. So you're better off eating less in the first place. Your nutrition and diet has a major impact on your physique. The other problem which leads to weight gain is that people tend to greatly underestimate the amount of food and the amount of calories which they are taking in, and at the same time they overestimate the amount of calories which they are actually burning off. So that leads to massive gains in weight. I know a lot of people, especially here in my home country of Pakistan, where they will have a really big and oily meal consisting of parathas, naans, curry with tons of ghee in it. Ghee is oil. And then top it off, and to top it all off, they will have some halwa or kheer, which are sweet dishes loaded with tons of sugar and bad fats. And after eating all of that food, all of that junk basically, what they will do is they will leisurely walk for 15 to 20 minutes and think that they are in a much healthier and better situation than they were before. You only burned about 100 calories on that walk, whereas that one single paratha that you had, that had over 300 calories alone. Or there are people who will do a really long workout and maybe burn 500, 600 calories, but after that, at night, they will go and reward themselves with a McDonald's meal. A regular burger and fry combo can easily have 600 to 800 calories at most fast food places. So at the end of the day, even after working out for over an hour, working out really intensely, at the end of the day, their caloric intake is still greater than their caloric expenditure. So they will gain weight. And for the individuals who don't work out, who just take a small leisurely walk after a huge meal, most of those excess calories which have been taken in from that meal will be turned to fat. Okay, so let's say we have a guy over here. Let's call him guy A, guy alpha. And we have another individual, guy B or guy beta on this side. Let's suppose guy A and B are 100% identical. They are the exact same biologically. So they both weigh 80 kilograms, they are both 20 years old, and they are both 5'8". They both are currently living a sedentary lifestyle. So to maintain their current weight, they need to consume about 2,100 calories per day. So now guy A and B have decided to lose weight, and to do so, they are advised that they should eat at a 500 calorie deficit. So this is a really nice website, calorie.net. You just input all of your data. So for example, for our guy A and guy B, their ages were 20 years, they're both 20 years old. They're both 5 feet 8 inches tall. They were both 80 kilograms, which is roughly 176 pounds. And we said that they did little to no exercise. They lived a really sedentary lifestyle. So we're gonna click on that and hit calculate, and it tells you exactly the amount of calories you need to either maintain your weight, to lose weight, or to gain weight. So in our case, for guys A and B, they need to eat 2,139 calories to maintain their weight. In order to lose weight, they need to reduce that. So if they want to lose 1 pound per week, you need to eat 1,639 calories. So as I said earlier, calories in versus calories out. Because you are taking in less calories, you will lose weight. Likewise, you need 2,639 calories per day to gain 1 pound per week. So calories in is greater now, so you are going to gain 1 pound per week. In order to achieve this deficit of around 500-600 calories, you can do either you can reduce the amount of food that you eat, or you can exercise and burn off those excess calories. So guy A over here makes this deficit by jogging for over an hour every day, which might be really difficult to do for certain individuals, also time consuming. Guy B over here makes this deficit by simply eating 500 calories less. Over a period of specific time, both guy A and B will weigh the same. Both would have lost the same amount of weight. So the choice is yours, either expend more or consume less. However, guy A was jogging, he was doing some kind of physical activity. So he might have gained a little bit of muscle mass and strength and stamina, but that is a point for a whole another video. Today we are only focusing about weight. So the conclusion is that at the end, for weight loss, it all boils down to calories in versus calories out. As long as you manage to be in a net caloric deficit, you will lose weight or gain weight if you are in a caloric surplus. Speaking of caloric surplus, it isn't always bad to be in a caloric surplus. Many people need to be in a caloric surplus in order to gain muscle mass. Muscle mass or fat, it doesn't matter. It is still an additional weight on your body, which is the result of a surplus. If you are an overweight or a fat individual, then you need to be in a caloric deficit in order to lose weight and get a better physique. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and make sure to check out this, check your own daily calorie requirements. I will put a link in the description below for this website where you guys can find out exactly how many calories you need in order to gain, lose, or maintain your current body weight. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.